This is Lisa Tucker, host of The Book Cover, which showcases local literary personalities. So listen to The Book Cover on the borderline. And remember, don't judge a book by its cover. Hi, you're listening to The Book Cover. I'm Lisa Tucker, and I'm here with first-time author Marcy DeTore. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So this is just fresh. January, you published your book.
I did.
And the book's name is Live the List.
Yes.
So before we talk about the book, I want to talk about your podcast, because it sounds like the book came from the podcast. Not the podcast, sorry.
The blog.
The blog.
Yes.
It came from the blog. So tell me how the blog started.
Okay. Well, it's kind of a quirky story because I wasn't interested in starting a blog. Over the last couple of years, we became empty nesters. And I started making certain lists and stuff like that of things that we always wished and hoped we could do, but we just never got around to doing it.
Because you're paying for kids,
That's
and you
right.
have to watch kids, and you have to worry about kids. Got it? Okay.
Yep. And as soon as they were well on their way, I have one son, and my oldest is 24, and he is in his fourth year of engineering physics at Carleton.
Wow.
So I had to...
I graduated from Carleton, too.
Oh, beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. And so he's been there for about 4 years now, but 2 of the years he had come back home during the summers, but then him and his girl bought a condo. So I knew I had to let him go. And that was a hard one. And then my 22-year-old son, Tyler, is the youngest MTO officer in Ontario.
Wow.
And he just got his badge 3 weeks ago.
Good job. Congratulations.
So I knew I was ready. I was ready.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, they're on the right foot. They're heading in the right path.
Beautiful.
So we're good to go. So I started making lists, and I was just like, I'm picking Alex's brain, and it's like, what do you want to do? Is there anything? And I started, when you doom scroll and you're
Yes.
always saving all of these reels and these things, and I'm like, this is so cool. And then because I come from a background of healthcare, because I was 26 years in at CLA, and my husband and I do the Dragonfly Ride for Arch every August. And so, there's these people, that are like, I wish for one more day. Or when you're holding their hand, they're telling you what they regretted, and I've always been so absorbent. I absorbed everything everyone ever gave to me, advice and beautiful things. And everybody always said I was a good listener. So I always paid attention. And as I was, putting my doom scrolls together and all my lists together, I'm like, I have a lot here
that I want to share
with everyone. And and I learned a lot along the way too, like I lost both my parents just in the last 5 years.
Wow.
And we lost my father-in-law, Alex's dad, and his sister. So we had a lot of loss. And it gives you that incentive to say, you know what? We got to do this. We got to do that. We can't wait anymore. And so I put all of this information together, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write it out. I'm going to write it out, and I'll start my own Facebook page. And that's what I started doing. I started putting out these little quirky posts.
And it's called?
Bucket and Go.
Yeah.
And Bucket and Go was quite funny because I didn't know how to say, hey, let's everybody get together and make lists and do stuff, and
your bucket list, but do it before you're sick, or
before you can't do it anymore.
That's
right?
Yeah.
And so Bucket and Go came kind of like F it, let's go.
Okay,
right?
That's what I thought it was. Because when I was saying bucket and go, it sounds like you can say fuck it and go. You can say
okay, so it's fuck it and go.
Yeah.
But I couldn't buy the domain with a swear in it.
Okay.
So I'm trying to come up with something a little,
Family
classy.
friendly,
a little classier.
Yeah.
And I just said, you know what? Bucket and go.
Yeah.
And it worked. And the domain was open, and I'm like, okay. So I started writing small, inspirational things that I would say to myself. And it always worked for me. throughout everything, through sadness, through grief, through everything, to keep you strong and get you through. And so I started posting them, just as little quotes or little,
And how long ago did it start?
Insightful things. Well, I last January is when I started everything.
Okay.
I started putting it together, and I said to Al, I said, what do you think? And he goes, you know what? It's all you. This is you. Do it. People love to hear what you have to say. And so I started doing all these little things, when I did the Bucket and Go Facebook page. And then in January, I was writing quite a lot. Like, I was writing all of these blogs. And it was all from everyday things that I was going through, or I was experiencing, or I would see, or a family member was experiencing. And I'm like, okay, this is a great guideline. I'm getting to see where people, maybe need a little bit motivation, or where I needed motivation 20 years ago, or 15 years ago, or 10 years ago.
Trying to put yourself in younger you.
Absolutely. And one of my blogs actually talks about how I wish that I had someone like me telling me 20 years ago, well, maybe if you just do it this way, or let me hear you out. Let me hear you, and let me listen and see what I can give you.
You know what? I have to tell you, I think in a past life or something, I didn't get to do all the things, because ever since I was young, I've always said, I want to be able to say, when I'm an old lady sitting in a rocking chair, I want to be able to say, I did that. So I've jumped out of airplanes. I've gone whitewater rafting. I've done, I backpacked through Europe.
You.
I've done the things, because I've
you.
always been very aware that when I am too old to do that stuff, I want to sit in my chair and say, yeah, I did that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's so funny, because when I started writing all these little blogs and doing these memes and these quotes and stuff like that early on last January and February, I would ask family members, it's like, well, what's on your bucket list?
Yeah.
Or what did you ever dream of? And a lot of them, shockingly to me, I never thought of it. And I was just like, why? Like, I was so inquisitive.
Because everybody is so individual.
That's right. Everybody has their own,
list.
their list, their own vision, their own goal, and everybody's different. It's all individual, customized, right? So I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Like, I have this great itinerary, like this great bucket list of things, but people don't realize that a bucket list is not just travel.
Correct.
It is everything from self-care to self-worth, to getting over trauma, to living just a normal, healthy life of being able to get out and enjoy life, even if it's in your own backyard.
Yeah.
So as I talk to everybody, they're like, oh, I never thought of that. Or it never occurred to me to think like that. So I would go with it. So my next blog would be about that, or my next post would be about that. And people started to like my stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I really had
people
no,
like me.
I didn't think that, I think when I did it, I just thought I was doing it more or less for me.
Right.
To kind of get it out. I didn't think people would actually resonate with the information I was providing. I was just hoping.
It was like
but I didn't have
afterthought.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I didn't have any
crazy?
expectations. I was just like, okay. And before I knew it, I had close to 2,000 followers on Bucket and Go.
Yeah.
Literally almost overnight. And I'm like, wow, okay, this is wonderful. And so I was writing all of these blogs, and I decided that I wanted to have a website. So I bought the domain, and I did all of the design, but I had to teach myself, because I have a degree in psychology. I do not have a degree in computer design or computer language. Like, it was so foreign to me. So I was literally Googling everything.
So you know what I'm thinking? This is funny. It's almost like all the things you're doing for this Bucket and Go have been on your bucket list.
Yes.
Like publishing something, learning how to web design. Like, these are things that could be on a bucket list.
Absolutely. And you know what? Like, and they weren't on mine. That was the thing, is like, as I followed this path, before I knew it, I was checking off things I didn't even know I wanted, or that I didn't know that I had in me. I didn't think I was creative. I took care of people. I got paid to take care of people for 30 years.
Yeah.
That's what I'm good at. That's what I know how to do. That's
Yeah.
all I did, right? Take care of my boys and take care
At
of
work.
all of my clients.
Yep.
And that was my life. Not realizing I was absorbing everything in simultaneous, but I had no way to be creative because I was too busy.
Yeah.
Right?
Raising kids and working.
Raising kids and working. Like you just, you work your bum off trying to, get through the day to the next payday to, and so like it was an interesting journey for me because I did not have any expectations. I was like, okay, let's do this. Like I would love to, like silly things. Like I'd love to learn how to whistle, or I would love to go to a gospel church in southern Georgia. Like those were my things. Like they were so out there, and I'm thinking there's no way I'm going to be able to do these things. And it's like, as soon as I started doing the research, I'm like, absolutely I can. There is no reason why I can't.
Why not?
So it became contagious in the family. Everybody started making bucket lists. They started writing things down.
I love that.
My 22-year-old son, the MTO officer, he's just like, here's my bucket list. And I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Because they weren't far-fetched. They're like, yeah, I would love to go to Europe, and I want to master my own hot sauce for my chicken wings. I want to type with not just one finger. I want to know how to type,
Yeah.
So he had all these things, and I'm like,
These realistic, doable things.
yeah. And so when I was writing one of the bucket lists blogs, I wrote about I wrote 3 different blogs on bucket lists. The anti-bucket list, right? Because and then the reverse bucket list, like what have you already done? What have you done? You already have a bucket list, even though you don't think you do. Look at all the things you did. Write it all down.
Yeah.
Right? And so I did all of these bucket list blogs, and one of them was the misconceptions of a bucket list. So people understood it's not like this exaggerated travel the world, step on all the continents, touch all the oceans.
Be an
It's like-
astronaut. It
yeah,
doesn't
like
have to
no,
be.
it's like it's so far-fetched that people think it's just a dream and unattainable.
Yeah.
And I wanted everyone to know, no matter what their background was, what their paycheck was, how old they were, it didn't matter. They can still do the things that they want to do.
You know what? I love it because, especially now, we need more things online that are positive.
That's right.
And I don't doubt at all that you got 2,000 followers overnight, practically, because people are, I think, looking for positivity, because we crave the positivity now. Everywhere we look, it's negativity, and it's
That's
the
right.
doom scrolling and all that other stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
you're watching other people live their life.
Yes.
On doom scrolling.
Yes.
Right? And you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I could be doing that right now.
Yeah.
And that's what motivated me. And I would actually get excited because I couldn't wait to share what I had in my head. And it was always unorganized chaos in my head, but I knew what I wanted to say. And so I would pick the boys' brains. What do you think? I'm starting this website. And the boys are really good because they helped me a little bit. They're like, hey, Mom, this is computer language. We're going to tell you a little bit, of what
Now,
we know.
are you retired?
I
Yes?
am.
You're retired. Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to see. Okay. I wanted to see how much time you had, because if you're trying to do this and working and still trying to be a human being, then
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? 26 years at CLA, 14 years simultaneous to CLA. I worked at We Care Home Health, which is now CBI. So what I would do is I worked straight nights at CLA because I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and a working mom at the same time.
Yep.
And I worked We Care when the kids were in school.
wow.
So simultaneously, I did 14 years and 26
You didn't
years
sleep
at the same
much.
time. No. One blog I wrote about, it's like I literally slept 4 hours a day for 26 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't make yourself sick. I'm surprised you're still here, not like Jesus.
You know what? I shocked myself when I look back, but it was all adrenaline and all out of pure love for my boys. That's what motivated me. So like, you can't complain about it, even though you want to, because you did what you had to do, and that's how I look at it. And so when I look back, I'm like, wow, how did I do that? But I did it, and I'm proud that I did it. But I'm
for sure.
very, very happy that it's done now.
That it's over. Okay, so you're doing the blog. So you were doing it starting from last January.
Last January.
So what what led from the blog? Like, how did you get from the blog now to a book? What sparked that idea?
Well, from the blog in January, February, March, I started the website, and I designed the website from March until July, because it took me a long time to design it. And because I wanted it to be soft, I wanted it to be simplistic, and I wanted it to be inviting. I wanted people to think, hey, I'm just a girl from Northern Ontario. That's all I am. And I want to not only spread kindness, but I just want everybody to believe that there is something good at the end of the day. And so when I was doing the website, I taught myself all the behind the scenes WordPress. I learned how to do all of the computer language, and I got it up and running. And I had all these blogs that every time somebody would talk to me about something, I'd write it down. So in Google Docs, I had 104 blogs written.
Wow.
Right?
Not gone out yet.
Not gone out.
Okay.
And so I had to upload it, I think 6 to have a starter, for Google to acknowledge that I have a working website. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, they tell you, okay, post a blog twice a week. Keep your website active, but nobody's going to know about my website if they don't follow the blog page, like the Bucket and Go Facebook page. So everything I learned was a domino effect.
Okay.
So as I was, I needed to draw people to the website. So I devised a quiz, an interactive quiz. And I learned how to do it off of WordPress, where it would say, hey, let's do a quiz, put it on Facebook. Facebook would bring them to the website. And then I'm thinking, you know what? I want to learn how to be creative more than just my words, like visually. So I taught myself Canva.
Oh, Canva. I haven't been able to teach myself that yet.
Well, luckily, my son's girlfriend, Avery, taught me Canva in a half a day. She showed me all the ins and outs.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, this is really cool. I have this really great idea.
Did you make the book on Canva?
Yes.
No way.
I did.
I've heard of people doing that.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I did.
That is something for not... So, in less than a year, you learnt Canva and then wrote a book on it.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I started out, I want to say maybe after the website was around, like between March and July, I was designing it. In the meantime, I had learned Canva, and I had this beautiful idea, because I love the stars and the night sky, that I wanted to design a calendar. And I wanted to call it Celestial Adventures, because I wanted it to be tied in with Bucket and Go. So in the calendar itself, I had put certain dates. Like, it wasn't the classic, oh, this is when's Christmas, this is Easter, this is Thanksgiving. It has none of that in it. It has the summer solstice, the winter solstice.
The witchy stuff.
Yeah, like the really cool, star constellation, like when are the meteor showers throughout the year. And I designed it all for 2026. And in it, it'll be like in February, if you want to see the firefall in Arizona, this is the time that you go. You have to go between February 17th and 19th. So it was essentially a bucket list. You look at the calendar, and it's just like, okay, we're going to Arizona in February.
Yes.
In March,
It was like you're prompting people.
Yes, exactly.
I
So
love it.
yeah, and then so in March, it was another example is in March, is the serpent shadow in Chichen Itza in Cancun, Mexico. So if you want to go to Cancun for the week, go that week.
During that week,
so you can see the Aztec temples, and you could see this the supernatural shadow of the sun, making it look like it's a shadow serpent. I thought that was so cool.
That is so cool.
So I did that for every month of the Celestial Adventures calendar, something to look forward to. Even if they couldn't get to Mexico, they can see it online, because a lot of the times they go live for these kind of the firefall in Arizona or the Chichen Itza temples. They go live so you could watch it. So you could say you saw it.
Yeah.
So it was a guide. So I did another one, National Parks Adventures calendar, and every month was the time that you're supposed to go to that particular national park.
Okay.
And so I did it like that, and it was more like practice for me.
Yeah.
But they turned out I thought they turned out beautiful, that I'm like, well, you know what? I will teach myself Etsy. I'll put them on Etsy.
And
they went well. I uploaded them onto Etsy. I
Yeah.
started my own Etsy shop
Yeah.
called Bucket and Go also.
Yeah.
And my calendars went on Etsy. And my first I'll never forget the first purchase is some man in Ohio took a chance on me with no reviews, no stars, no experience.
Yeah.
And he bought the Celestial Adventures, and his review was, "Oh my God, I love this so much." Right? So then it started to catch on. So I was like, okay, like this is absolutely wonderful, because this is all North America, not just Canada.
Yeah. Oh, I
And
bought off Etsy.
It's
I know.
a beautiful,
Yes.
like it is a wonderful website.
It's
so,
awesome to get different things.
Yeah, you know, unique things that you don't get at Walmart or you don't get at the mall, right? So I was like, okay, I'll do these calendars. It was more practice. Let's see what the procedure takes. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I think I want to write a book. And that's how fast it went in 1 year.
Yeah.
So I started picking through the blogs I hadn't published. And I'm like, you know what? These are profound to me. Maybe if it even helps one person,
It's worth it.
it's worth it. I'll put them together, I'll rearrange them, and I'll try to connect them the best as I can, and I'll put them in a book. And then I designed the book on Canva. And then Amazon KDP allowed me to upload it as an e-Kindle book.
Yep.
And then what they do is Amazon allows it to go on e-Kindle, and they offer a promotion where they'll offer the book for free, even though I still get paid royalties off of e-Kindle. So if they have a Kindle membership, they can get the book for free and download it, kind of like Audible.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Where you get a free credit every month.
Yes, I have Audible.
And then I was like, okay, me too. I have
I
Audible
love
because
it.
like I'm on it all the time. Like I
Same.
just love it.
Same.
So when the book, I was like, you know what? I don't want just digital. Maybe some people want to be able to read it, open it before bed and read it, put it down, pick it back up the next day. And I had put worksheets throughout the book. So because I wanted the book to be a working guide. I wanted something simple, easy to navigate for anyone, teenagers, young adults, people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s,
Retirees,
70s.
like from
doesn't
9 to
matter.
900.
Exactly.
Yeah, or 99, I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
I
And
love
so I
it.
wanted it to be an easy read, something that they could just take it all in. And so I put it together, and I still had it on Google Docs, and I had Alex, sit down. You're going to read my book. You tell me what you think, but you can't be biased. You have to be just outright
Honest.
cynical and honest and tell me exactly what you think.
And you didn't get divorced? What the hell?
So he sat down and he did not get up. He read the whole thing from start to finish in one shot. And I was shocked. I thought he'd get up, walk around a little bit. No, he's like, and every few minutes he'd be like, oh my God. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, just because I wrote it doesn't mean you have to react all positive and everything. And he goes, no, you don't understand. It hit me in the feels. And I'm like, then I did what I needed to do.
When you can do something like that to somebody who knows you, when you can do something unexpected like that, you've done something.
Yeah. Yeah, and he said I caught him off guard. He couldn't, he was speechless. He didn't even know what to say. And I said, well, do you think it's, kind of silly that I put these worksheets in there? Because I have a degree in psych.
Yeah.
I did worksheets for all my university years, so I knew that they worked because that's how they train you.
Yeah.
To help people get their feelings out or get their thoughts out or how to express themselves or to journal. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to get people to write that they have their own permission to live their life. Right?
Yes.
And that's how the book came to be.
Wow.
And I had finally put it all together. And on December 31st, it went up as a digital ebook. And by January 15th, it was on Amazon worldwide.
And what's that feeling like?
You know what? It is surreal because I get messages from people I don't know, and I get messages from people I do know. And one girl said, I cannot believe that I'm reading this book and I know the author. And I was just like, oh my God, it's just me.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
And here you are coming from not a writing background.
No.
You're coming from a caregiver background.
I am.
So this is a perfect example that you can be more than just one thing. You can
Absolutely.
be good at more than just one thing.
Absolutely. And that's where a lot of people think
Yeah.
that it's not true.
Yeah.
But it really is, because I did not think I had a creative side, or I would be able to ever understand computer science, ever. And algorithms and coding and all that kind of stuff and snippets. Like, I had no idea what any of this was.
You're not 20.
No.
So learning when you're older is a lot harder.
It is.
It's easier when you're 20.
It is.
But we don't have to tell everybody, but you're not 20.
No, I'm not 20. You know what? I just turned 49. I turned 50 in August.
Wow.
Right? And
what a great 50th birthday present to yourself. Like to become a writer and to have people messaging you. And I've got chills right now just thinking about it for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much.
I do.
It you know what? I don't even really honestly think it actually hit me yet. Like, even like Alex had said, I can't believe your book is in our home. And I'm like, I can't either. I don't, like, and I look at it, and like Alex played at the Beck's bar on the weekend. People showed up at the bar with my book because they wanted me to sign it. And I'm like, what?
So they're not just showing up for him.
Yeah, now they're just like, here's my book. And they're like, do you want to sign it? And I'm like, I never thought, like, I didn't have expectations. I thought, hey, you know what? I'm hoping that this book is on Amazon worldwide and it reaches the people that it needs to reach. But I didn't get the aftermath. I didn't think I was going to be asked to be on a podcast. I didn't think people were going to want me to sign their book.
Isn't that crazy?
And it's such a beautiful feeling that it just leaves you with like a permagrin all day long, because
you're getting
just
so
like,
much more than what you thought you were going to get out of
absolutely. And I think my favorite part is the messages. My phone blows up. And I can't keep up. Like, some days I just have to be like, put the phone down. But like, I hear so many beautiful things from so many people. Like, the one girl, I think it was the first order of Amazon, the first book that sold. She had messaged me, and she's just like, I can't put it down. I read it all in one shot, and I'm going back and I highlighted things and I filled things out. And what I did was, with the workshop, with the worksheets that are in the book, I also put them on the website. So if they wanted to print them out, they could, because they're free printable PDFs. And so there's one page on the website that's called Live the List, and they can print it out as many times as they want. If they want that worksheet and fill it out every month because their goals are changing, or they thought of something new, or
they wanted to give it to people,
or they want to share it.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite part, is people messaging and just telling me that they resonated. And I was hoping just for one person, and I get 100 messages a week.
Oh my goodness.
On some people I don't even know, that'll just be like, I read everything you post.
Oh my
and
goodness.
I'm like, that is just so, I did not expect it.
Well, I think I'm going to have to start reading your blog because it sounds just what I need. I need something positive.
And you know what? That's what I get. That's a lot of the responses I get. It is that they go to bed feeling like, yeah, you know what? This is great.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Yeah. You're totally
a little bit of sunshine.
You're using a gift. That's great, and giving it to everybody. Okay, so first of all, how much is the book?
So the book is $27.67 on Amazon.
Why 67?
They chose not the 6-7. I swear to God.
Because my kid, my 19-year-old would say, "Mom, 6-7."
Exactly. I know, we're surrounded by it because our blended family is 16. Our immediate family is 16.
Wow.
Yeah. So trust me, I've heard 6-7 so much, it's ridiculous.
So okay, you didn't pick 6-7.
So I did not.
Okay.
Amazon went according to the amount of pages in the book.
Okay.
And they chose the price, and then they accommodate to the American currency and abroad, UK and Australia, and they change the price according to what they think the base price is.
Okay.
So it was chosen by Amazon.
Okay.
And so, but yes, I had nothing to do with the 6.7.
So how much again? 30?
A 27.67.
27.67.
Yes,
okay.
but free on e-Kindle, the digital.
If you have a
the Kindle
subscription
membership.
Yeah, membership. Okay.
Yeah.
And so this can be got at where?
So right now it's on Amazon worldwide. Every Amazon, UK, Australia, the United States and Canada, and I think there's like 8 more. Like they listed all of them. I think there's 8 or 10 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
But right now, and I'm just looking into Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
With the Insta Spark, I think it's called, where if you upload it on there, Barnes and Noble will take it on. So that's my next step.
Yeah. Wow.
Is,
okay.
yeah.
And so your Facebook group is called
Bucket and Go.
Your website is
bucketandgo.com.
Okay. And if people want to message you directly, can they get to you from bucketandgo.com?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. There's an email stated at the very bottom, dreambig@bucketandgo.com.
Okay.
They can email me about anything,
Awesome.
Whatever they want to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, okay, we're running close to time here. So you did say you're already working on your second book.
I am.
Is it along the same lines?
It is going to be a continuation
Okay.
of the next phase.
Okay.
And so this here is kind of like giving people like the early on incentive to start thinking about what they want to do, how they want to feel, what they want to experience, and what goals, small or big.
Yeah.
But the next one, I'm focusing on more navigating it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. When that comes out, you have to, if I don't see it first, you have to let me know. 'Cause
Okay,
we
I
want you
will.
back. We've been talking with Marcy DeTore. Her book, Live the List. Sounds amazing. Sounds positive. Sounds like just what we need. Go out and get it. Thanks, Marcy.
Thank you so much.
You've been listening to The Borderline. We are the book cover. I'm Lisa Tucker. And remember, don't judge a book by its cover.
Hi, I'm Marcy DeTore and the author of Live the List, a Bucket and Go guide to direction, self-trust, and starting where you are. Check out my website at www.bucketandgo.com. And thank you for the book cover and Lisa Tucker for having me on right here on The Borderline.